What's your question then for the next person?
When's the last time you got laid?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Welcome to the
People of fucking Boston, shut up, people of Boston. Park the car in Harvard Yard. I'll tell you what, the people who do this podcast, whoever's listening, good shit. They're good shit. We're here with the people of Boston. They're beauties. We're chilling.
Today we're going to be asking people about their hangover cures, their worst or scariest dream, and then we're going to do like a pass a question on to the next person where we basically we ask somebody to ask the question for the next person, and we ask the next person the question. What's your name?
Tom Murray.
Tom Murray?
Yes.
What are you doing in Boston today?
Actually, we came for the weekend to see the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
You going to Gillette?
What's that?
You're going to Gillette?
Yeah, we're going to Gillette.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Or no, it's Gillette, yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Detroit.
You're from Detroit?
Yes.
All right, and you're here just to see the game?
Yeah, and then we make a weekend out of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You guys got any crazy plans?
We're going to go tour Fenway today.
Cool.
Yeah, so I don't know how crazy that is, but...
Yeah. What are you doing tonight? You doing anything fun?
Then we're going to go to Cheers. Yep, and then we're going to go out to dinner.
Nice.
Yeah. And then we're going to try to turn in early, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What time's the game tomorrow?
1 o'clock.
Okay. But yeah, you got to get there. And
Yeah, we're getting there early.
doing a tailgate?
Tailgate thing, yeah.
Nice,
You know
nice.
how that goes, yeah.
So, Lions from Detroit. How's Detroit right now?
Oh, it's pretty cool. Yeah, they really fixed it up. Not, it's not the city Boston is, but
Yeah.
it's still, it's nice down there.
Okay. And
But
how
it didn't used to be.
Yeah, I've heard it didn't used to be,
Yeah.
but I've never been. So
Yeah. It's a beautiful city though, right on the river, across from Canada. Yeah.
If you're going to Detroit, what should I do if I'm going?
What do you think, Sean? Like if he's going to Detroit, what should he do? Yeah, Greektown's like the hot spot down there.
Nice.
Casinos, we got casinos.
Nice.
Hey, the state's beautiful. So if you go in the summer, all right.
The first one is, do you drink? Okay. Now, what's your your hangover cure? Like, what's your go-to
Ooh, I don't know.
the morning after a long night of drinking? What do you do the next
I don't know. Usually I try to nurse it.
Just nurse it like
Yeah.
you pick up another beer?
Yeah, nah, Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
Bloody
There you
Mary.
go. Hang on, Mary.
No, you're good.
I was dipping.
Nice, man. What are you dipping right now?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen, wintergreen, mint.
Just the regular,
just-
original recipe.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. When I was in high school, I would chew Red Man.
Yeah.
But I had Copenhagen once, and I puked. It was
Oh,
Copenhagen.
yeah.
Copenhagen.
You got to be a man.
For sure. For sure. Are you dipping too?
No, he's a smoker.
Smoker?
Yeah.
All right. So you just nurse the hangover.
Yeah, sometimes Bloody Mary. It just depends, I guess.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Or,
Do you have a worse hangover story? Like maybe you were hungover and you shouldn't have been. You were going to church. You were going to a...
Oh, God.
I don't know.
I could probably come up with one. It takes some thought, though. But yeah, I'm sure I've had that before.
Is there one that stands out? Maybe
Like, I'd have to think about it, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing off the top of your head?
Nothing off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's one or two in there.
All right. Next question we have for you is: do you have like a dream that stands out? Meaning, like a scary dream or like a reoccurring dream or anything like that. Something that you always remembered as like that was.
Like I'm in this old house, right? And then, it's like an old house, and then I'm kind of exploring, and then I find like this door that kind of leads into this attic area, and it's even scarier.
Uh-huh.
And then that's kind of the dream.
That's the whole thing.
You can smell it, though. You can smell the oldness and the mustiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably, I've had that a few times.
Does anything happen while you're in it?
No, and then usually I wake up.
Okay.
Around then, yeah.
Now, is that like a reoccurring?
It's just one that stands out. Like I've had it throughout my life.
I've heard people say that like they have that same room, the same environment, and they have it multiple times.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And it's like an old house. I'm there with somebody, like with family, but I'm a kid in it, and I'm kind of off exploring this house, and I find this like kind of, like I said, this kind of secret door, and then I'm in this. Yeah.
Is it like exciting while you're in it or scary?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm kind of exploring, but then it's kind of scary. Yeah.
That's cool.
Like I said, the smells, like mustiness,
Yeah.
Yeah, the oldness, the mustiness, the smells kind of stand out.
Cool,
in the
cool.
dream.
So what we're doing is we have a question from the last person we talked to, and I'm going to ask you that question.
Okay.
And we're going to do the same thing. After you leave, we're going to get a question from you and
Okay.
ask the next person that.
Okay.
So the question from the last person was, are you married?
No.
Okay. Dating anyone?
Kinda.
Okay. So the question was, would you choose if one's going to die and one's going to live, and you have your wife or your girlfriend and your mother? You have to pick one of them to live.
Oh, what kind of question is that?
I know. This is from the guy before.
Oh. I don't know if I want to answer that.
You can't answer it?
Well, no. I think I'd just flip a coin. I would flip a coin.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
fair.
Don't have to make a decision then.
Yeah. Well, my mother's older and she's, kind of in bad health. But,
Yeah,
but at
well-
the same time, if she's my mother and I love her, and that,
It's tough.
she'd kill me if
She'd beat you to it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so what's your question then for the next person that we
When's the
call?
last time you got laid?
That's a good one. That's a good one. What's your answer?
About 2 months ago.
2 months ago?
Yeah.
Nice.
It comes in spurts,
Yeah. So it's a marathon, or it's a, what is it?
Yeah.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right,
It's a
man.
game of attrition.
Well, hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
And then good luck. Enjoy the city. Have fun at the game tomorrow. All right. What's your names?
I'm Jack.
I'm Sean.
Jack and Sean?
Yeah.
Nice. What are you guys doing today?
We're going to get some lunch.
Going to get lunch?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Not sure. Yeah, we're exploring right now.
Yeah, we're
All
just
right.
walking around.
Cool. Are you guys brothers, friends?
Brothers, yeah.
Brothers? Nice. Where are you guys from?
Salem, Massachusetts.
Salem.
Salem, yeah.
Nice. You're just here for the day? Hanging out?
Here for the day. Yeah, he goes to school here in Suffolk.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
How do you like Suffolk?
That's good so far. Yeah, it's just smooth. I wouldn't say anything crazy about it.
But it's going good?
Going good, yeah.
All right. Nice. Now, how old are you guys?
I'm 18.
21.
18 and 21? So one of the questions I'm going to ask is, do you guys drink?
No,
Neither of you guys drink?
not at all, no.
How come? Just
Because it's not good for you.
Yeah, just
Yeah, it's just...
Not for us.
It's not...
yeah.
It just doesn't help you in the long run, you know?
You just don't like the effects
Yeah.
of it. Are you curious at all of what it, what a beer tastes like? Or
I mean, tried it and everything. Just the way you feel in the morning, never feels good, and just the way you act is not like. I like being in control,
Yeah.
being aware of what's happening. So yeah, just if you like it, you like it. If you don't,
Yeah,
you don't. And I just
definitely.
think you should respect your own decision when you do it.
yeah, of course. Do you guys do smoke, or do you do anything like that, or?
I'd say occasionally, but only when it's not like school nights or anything. Mostly just the weekends.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Would you say that's maybe your vice, or you're like everyone has? What's your vice?
I'd say just to trust yourself and don't let other people's opinions affect it.
No, sorry. What's your vice? Like, what's something you do that's like your hang up, like what's something you do that's like bad? Maybe sneak chocolates. What is it like?
I'd say eat candy.
Yeah,
Eat candy sometimes. Maybe late night snacking.
late night snacking. Okay.
Yeah, but that all just comes with it. You gotta make sure you're working out, make sure you're eating healthy on the side, like treating your body healthy and doing the things that make you feel good.
Yeah, for sure. And what about you? What's your biggest vice?
Only healthy. I don't have a vice.
You don't have a vice.
No vice.
You don't watch porn or
Absolutely not.
no?
Nope.
Are you guys from? You're from Salem?
From Salem, Massachusetts.
Okay. Where do these beliefs come from? Because, and I'm not against them by any means, but you guys seem pretty like straight edge, like
Yeah,
right on, on the narrow path.
You know, raised right. Shout out to my mom.
They're saying you guys have a good head on your shoulders.
Good head on my shoulders.
Maybe good. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
good.
is this live?
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Mom.
So that's good. That's good. And
Yeah.
you would just attribute it to your parents kind of instilling those values.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because my question was, what's your hangover cure? So I can't ask you guys that. So that's why.
Yeah, no hangover cure. Just don't get into that position.
Just don't have a hangover.
Yeah.
Nice. Next question we have for you is, what's a dream that you've had that stands out as maybe being really scary, really weird, maybe reoccurring? You guys have one?
Like a dream?
Yeah.
Oh, like a dream at night?
Yeah, not like
Or
Martin
just
Luther King's
just
dream.
like a goal.
No, not like.
Oh, like a
What are
dream.
you fucking guys? You guys are
My
too goal oriented. I love it. No, like more like when you're asleep. Do you sleep? Do you guys fall asleep?
Yeah.
You guys are like robots almost.
Definitely sleep. No, I definitely
You're talking
sleep.
about like having like a
Yeah, I thought you were talking about a dream.
No, I know.
Okay, a dream at night that scares me, like a nightmare?
Yeah. Have you had one that stands out?
No, I can't think of one right now. What about you?
Maybe getting robbed. I don't know. Like
Getting robbed.
Like if you have someone's near your window.
I don't think you guys sleep. Anytime I ask
I don't
you
sleep.
this- are you like Tate, where he says he loses an hour of sleep, he's negative sleep?
Yep.
All right, so nothing that stands out, but you said getting robbed. You've had a
Yeah,
dream
it's like
getting
someone's
robbed.
thinking through my window. I guess that'd be scary. But like that's not like it's not a reoccurring dream. It's mostly just like if something in a while. Like that'd be like one of my main fears, I guess.
Gotcha.
But that's just normal. I feel like for anybody.
That's a scary. No, that's a good dream. But not good dream, but a good scary dream. And then, so the last question that we have is a question that is being asked to you guys from the last person. And then what I'm going to do is get a question from you guys to ask the next person after this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sweet. So the question that I always feel bad asking this, so I don't know where it's going to go. But the last person's question for you guys was, when was the last time you got laid? It's just,
That would be last night.
last night, so you do have sex, all right.
Yeah.
My girl lives international, so August.
August.
Yeah, late August.
Where internet? Like what country?
Lives in London.
Wow.
Yeah, so we do long distance. Yeah.
How did you connect with
She
her?
was my next door neighbor in my dorm last year, and we were best friends for like 4 months. She's my photographer. I could do internships with clothing brands and stuff like that. And she took my photos, and we just clicked, and it worked out for the better. So
Wow.
I'm just trusting the process for right now.
Nice. And why is she in London and not?
That's where she lives. So she does school over there now, and she's looking to do her master's in Boston.
Gotcha. That's cool.
It is cool, yeah.
That's awesome. Nice. All right. So now, what's your question for the next person?
Let's see.
You guys can each have one if you want, or you just do a combined one. It's up to you guys.
Let's see. If you were to pick one song to listen to the rest of your life, what would it be?
That's a good
Maybe
one.
not the rest of your life. Maybe we'll do for a month.
Okay.
For the rest of your life, it's a long time. So 1 month, if you can only listen to one song, what would it be?
All right. I like that.
That'd be that. You got one or not? You just
No.
put it up there.
Is that you're okay with that one?
Yeah, I
a good
appreciate you having
question.
us on here for real.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun. Nice to meet you guys. All right. What's your name?
It's Samantha.
Samantha.
Yeah.
All right. Where are you from?
So I'm originally from Missouri, but I
Okay.
moved here from Spain.
Okay. Wow. So you
Yeah.
went to Spain from Missouri?
Yes. Yeah, I lived in a lot of weird places the past 10 years, but Spain was like the last one before Boston.
Was that like work related or more like personal? You wanted to live there?
I did my master's there.
Did your master's in Spain? All right. What was your master's in?
Sustainable tourism.
Okay.
Immediately
Great.
completely different from sustainable tourism.
Yeah, definitely. But that's, very important.
Yeah.
So what kind of, what's your day to day, what's your day to day like there? Like, what are you looking at?
Well, I work completely remote, so
Nice.
it's mainly like get out of bed and immediately turn on my laptop. Regulatory, so I mainly fill out all the paperwork.
Gotcha.
So I do all the behind the scenes paperwork so that the doctors who actually know what they're doing can
Yeah.
can focus.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. And then do you live in Boston or outside?
I live in Fenway.
Fenway, nice.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
I would be in walking distance of Dana-Farber
Yeah.
if I wasn't remote.
Do you like remote work? Like working remotely?
I do.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It definitely makes it different to meet people, for sure.
Yeah.
But, my husband and I just moved here this year.
Nice.
And so far we've met so many really cool people. We really love Boston.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Nice. And then what does he do, your husband?
Also clinical research.
Is that how you guys met?
No, he's the one that convinced me to actually switch
Gotcha.
industries. Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, we met in Barcelona
Okay.
because he was working.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So, and
Yeah.
Missouri, what was Missouri like? What was growing up in Missouri like?
Oh, well, the joke is that misery is misery, so
Missouri is Missouri, yeah.
yeah. So
was it fun?
it was fine. It's definitely very different vibe. I didn't grow up in St. Louis or Kansas City. I wasn't in a major city.
Gotcha.
Major city. In comparison to New York,
Yeah.
those are small, but so it was very different.
Yeah.
Very, very different.
Is there something from growing up in Missouri that maybe someone from New England would be like, that's crazy?
Oh, well, I know I've had friends who can't understand my parents.
Because of the accent?
Yeah, it's like,
drawl?
oh yeah, I usually, I like doing an impression of the Missouri accent, so it's let's go down by the river and beat some frogs with some sticks. Sound like a good time right there. Yeah.
That's
so-
good. Well, I mean, I wouldn't know because I've never
Yeah.
been, but
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's definitely like. Okay. One good one. So my high school actually has a daycare center built into the basement for the kids of the kids.
Wow, yeah. So there's a lot of teen pregnancies.
Yep.
Where you grew up?
Yeah, it's also like a very, very religious town. We have the headquarters of one of the major evangelical churches.
Okay.
So like it's kind of this weird.
It's kind of
area.
ironic, right?
Yes, exactly. I think it's actually part of the reason that we that we have so many teen pregnancies because it's very much an area where it's like you cut that part out of the textbooks.
Yeah.
So you don't teach that. It's kind of like that scene from Mean Girls. You know that one? It's like if you have sex, you'll get chlamydia and die. You'll get pregnant and die.
That's kind of like there's no like there was no sex ed maybe in high school.
Not really. Like some teachers would like try, but if you get if you try to teach too much, like people are gonna riot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very, very different.
That
from
is
what
different.
I've experienced here.
Yeah, for sure. All right, cool. That's good. It was nice, getting to know you a little more. And now we have some questions.
Yeah, go for
Do you
it.
drink?
I drink sometimes.
Sometimes?
Occasionally, but not a lot.
Have you ever had a hangover?
No, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Never had a hangover. So my question was going to be, what's your hangover cure?
Oh, well, I have had. Okay, this is gonna sound really gross. Get ready. I have had like a Slim Jim hangover, like where you eat too many Slim Jims and it all the salt sucks the moisture out of your body.
Is that a thing? A Slim Jim hangover?
Yeah. I've had other people that I met here who were like, oh, I've had that happen. I'm like, I thought I was just bizarre. But,
How many Slim Jims did you eat to get this hangover?
oh, you gotta eat like a box, which is disgusting. Don't do that. Don't do it. I regret it every time.
Was this like a road trip, or is this like you're hanging out at work?
At work.
At your desk in your room?
That's like, so since I don't really drink much in the past, that was kind of my go-to instead of drinking.
Slim Jims.
Was go eat a box of Slim Jims and feel horrible.
Was it always Slim Jims, or sometimes you substitute like a donut?
Oh man, I wish it could be just donuts. That would be so much better. I do. They're so good. And I'm like, this is a grocery store.
Yeah.
Why is this so good?
So they got a good bakery
super
there.
Good. Yeah. But I would say, okay, my go-to food if I'm feeling really is probably katsu curry.
Katsu curry.
Katsu curry, yeah, it's like a Japanese dish, and there's a ridiculous amount of katsu curry restaurants here.
I've never even heard of that. What is it like?
good.
What's in the dish?
So it's like a fried pork cutlet on top of rice, and then you cover it with the Japanese version of curry.
Okay.
It's different. Japanese curry is not the same as curry that you would find in India, for example.
Yes, yeah.
But it's ridiculously good. It's not super spicy, so if you're looking for spicy, maybe don't expect that.
Yeah, well, it sounds good.
It's really good. Basho down here in Fenway has super good katsu. I used to live in Japan as well, and
You lived in Japan?
Yeah, I lived in lots
Are you
of
on the run?
places. No, that's a great question.
Japan, Barcelona, Spain.
Yeah, I've visited 17 countries. I've lived in 6, I think.
Wow. What other countries besides Spain and Japan?
England, South Africa. Oh man, now I have to figure it out. It's been over the course of 10 years.
Wow.
I know I'm forgetting some because obviously I said 6. So what am I forgetting? I don't know. I can't figure it out. But I also lived in Hawaii. I lived in Alaska.
Wow.
Yeah, a bunch of weird stuff. Oh, fun fact. Just so you know. So my husband actually immigrated, and so while we were waiting for his green card to process, we took all of our savings, and I did spreadsheets for the cities we would want to live in the U.S. Right? Because I had in months we traveled to 16 U.S. cities.
Wow.
Only 2 of them got 10 out of 10. Boston and Honolulu. And
wow.
Yeah, so and it has lived up. Definitely.
Now, why was this a 10 out of 10? I mean, it's nice to hear, but
it's really clean for a city. It's ridiculously beautifully clean.
Yeah.
And there's so much green space inside the city, and that is just so lovely. It's very easy to live without a car because that was the thing. We didn't want to have a car.
Yep.
And you can walk pretty much anywhere. I mean, if you want to walk an hour and a half, like, you definitely can. But, or, you know, even the tea. I know a lot of people complain about the tea.
Yeah.
But in comparison to most places, the tea is awesome.
It does have we do have a good, like, transit.
Yeah, and the commuter rail, the politics also fit in with, like, what we believe. And also there's, like, a ridiculous amount of clinical research here.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. So that was also helpful. But then just the experience we've had with people here. Like, you know, everybody always talks about, like, oh, when you go on the East Coast, everyone's going to be so mean, like, stay in the Midwest.
Yeah.
And no, like, I have not had that experience here at all. Everyone has been so cool and, like, so friendly.
Yeah.
And then also, like, my husband is actually originally from Peru. So there was definitely, like, an aspect of, you know, we're in an interracial relationship, and there were places we went where people would give us looks.
Really?
Yeah, and Boston was not one of them.
Yeah,
Like,
no, you're not going to get that here, at least not frequently.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people here might, you know,
I don't know, like, so my husband's favorite pair of shoes are, like, bright orange, and we typically wear a lot of black. So, like, we'll be walking around with my bright orange hair and his bright orange shoes, and we'll both be wearing black. We've had so many random people, like, yell across the street to be like, we love your fit. Yeah, so, like, we've gotten the exact opposite.
Yeah,
most
of the harsh, like, personality that is, like, kind of the stigma.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I haven't found that personally here at all. And we've gone to lots of different areas, too.
Nice.
Like, we're not just sticking to Fenway.
Yeah.
But we've had such a great experience with people from Boston. Like, it's definitely a case of, you know, we've been here about 6 months now.
Yeah.
I know that's not very long, but, like, you know, we're already talking about, like, wow, it'd be so great to, like, buy a place eventually someday when we have the money to afford a place here.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah, but, you know, and then, like, having kids here, like, the schools are so good.
Yep.
I don't know. Boston's just been dope, and everything is here. We've gone to, like, concerts from all of our favorite bands already.
Yep. You got Gillette, you got Mansfield, you got all these House of Blues in Fenway with, and then the MGM.
Yeah. And even if they're going somewhere else, like, we went to a concert in Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And we just, like, got on the Amtrak. It took, like, 30 minutes.
Wow.
Like, that's it, you know? And that's just so cool. And you can go to all these different places just on Amtrak. Sorry if I'm, like, hyping up Boston.
No, it's great. It's great.
But, like, I don't know, I love it. Also, if you like sports, like, come to Boston. We don't really care about sports, my husband and I, but we need to get into them because everybody here loves it. Like, especially since we live over by Fenway Park.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, did you go to see the Red Sox? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I've committed a sin by not going to a Red Sox.
You got to go to a game.
I know. Got to go to a game.
And I don't even like baseball myself, but I go to a game probably once a year just to go.
Yeah, exactly. I had a friend who got tickets for like $6.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay, well, like, I have no excuse at that point. You know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No excuse.
Now the next question we have for you is about dreams.
Yeah.
Like, have you had a dream that's maybe really scary, or has always stood out, or is like reoccurring?
Like, are you talking about like a dream, like a goal dream, or a dream as in
you're the second person to ask, but like when you're asleep.
When I'm asleep. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I have a lot of weird dreams.
Yeah.
And they're not really usually the same thing. So yeah, I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it.
Nothing off the top of your head.
No,
that's
not
fine.
off the top of my head. I tend to remember them really vividly when I wake up, and then I do not remember at all.
Yeah, 5 minutes later,
they're gone. 5 minutes later, they're gone. But they're always really weird.
Yeah.
You know, like vampire shows up and gives you cotton candy, and then you like go to, I don't know, Disney World, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Usually that kind of thing.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes. So the last question we have for you was, so what we're doing, and we'll do this with you as well, is the person before you asked you a question. Right, so and before you leave, you'll get to ask a question for the next person we talk to. All right.
Okay.
So the question that the last person gave to you is, if you had to listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would that song be?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, hold on, because I have like 3 in my head that are all okay.
It's tough because you got to make sure you're not going to hate the song.
Exactly.
You got to hope it's a song
like,
that you could
not get completely sick of it. Okay, I think I got it. So, my favorite band is Ghost.
Okay.
I don't know if you know them.
No, I haven't heard them.
That's and they have a song.
Where are
called,
they from? Australia?
Sweden.
Okay. I knew it had to be a different country.
Yeah, but they actually, I mean, all their music's in English, and they're mainly based out of LA now, I think.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So my favorite song by them, not my favorite song, but the song I could listen to over and over and over and over again and not get tired, is called Hunter's Moon.
Hunter's Boom?
Hunter's Moon.
Hunter's Moon.
Yeah, if you saw the Halloween movie that came out like a year or two ago, it was the music that played in the credits. They made it for the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, 80s era.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
but they have a whole lore and everything.
Nice.
They're a weird band. Highly recommend. They're
So
fun.
Ghost, and it's
Ghost.
Hunter's Moon.
Hunter's Moon.
All right, cool.
Okay, so now I got to think about a question.
Yes, now this is going to be for the next person.
Okay.
Whatever you want.
Okay, perfect. I got one. So my question for the next person is going to be, what is something that you did recently that brought you a lot of joy?
Okay. Good one.
That would be the question.
What's your answer to that?
Oh man. Okay, well, my friend my friend in Oklahoma, spur of the moment, was like, hey, I found cheap tickets to Boston. So she's coming this upcoming week. So she kind
Awesome.
of like surprised me last minute with being able to visit.
Awesome.
And so I've been like making plans. We're going to like Salem,
Nice.
got to get the spooky stuff in. We're in October.
Yep.
But so making plans with her and getting that sorted so that I can like show off the city.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
One of the comments is talking about how they love you and they think you're amazing.
Oh,
They think
thanks.
you should own your own Boston show.
Oh, that's sweet.
You should.
I can give you my contact. You can
Yeah.
always bring me back on.
Yeah, for sure. Follow us on here, actually, and this is where...
Yeah.
Did anyone have any questions for...
No. They want to know, is that your natural hair color?
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, funny enough though, so this is actually henna. It's bleached and then it's henna.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can get that in salons here, which is a huge shock. You cannot get that in Missouri. I had to do it in my bathroom with stuff off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's a nightmare. But yeah, I actually found out this is how like Lucille Ball used to do her hair.
Okay, cool.
That's how she got it that vibrant orange.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, okay, I want to try that.
Yeah, it's nice.
And that's like my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm not dyeing my hair anymore. But okay, I mean, except for this, obviously. Okay.
So I have this
yeah.
this card here. If I can tap it to the back of your phone,
Oh, yeah.
and it'll
Let's
just
see
pop
if it-
up with the link.
Really?
Yep, there it is. And that's where you can find us. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, that's dope.
So that's going to bring you to our website, which is where you can find like our TikTok, Instagram, we have a
Cool.
full-length podcast, and then
Fantastic.
YouTube. So like,
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
if you
great.
follow us there and message,
Yeah.
that way we can like stay connected. And,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds great.
you're a talker, which is great. You know,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes people I gotta pull information out of them.
Yeah.
When people like you, when they just run and they talk, that's what we
yeah.
want. You know,
I just keep going.
because the whole point is to focus on people like you. You know, that are walking around and
Yeah.
So
No,
it's
and
thanks for
I'm excited. I'll go subscribe to the podcast.
Awesome.
I'll go listen to that while I'm like doing dishes and stuff.
yeah, exactly. Do you have a favorite? Do you listen to podcasts?
Sometimes, like okay. Here's my stereotypical white woman in their 30s moment. So I will like get hooked on a true crime
I was
podcast.
just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yep, and then I'll listen to it for like, a week straight, and then I'll just be terrified to leave my house, so then I'll be like, I need to stop this.
Yeah.
Like, let's not, and then I'll just stop. But
Have you watched the Dahmer?
Yes.
What do you think of it?
We did. So I was pleasantly surprised with how much, like at least half of the show really focuses more on like what happened in the victims' lives and with their families and
Yeah.
kind of how the system failed.
Yeah.
Right? The system failed everybody. And
He was pulled over multiple, or at least I saw that, and then he was stopped with the 14-year-old.
the situation with the 14-year-old was such a, and there's a full episode that focuses on a man named Tony Hughes.
Okay.
And like that, he will stick with me for a long time. That person. I mean, obviously they've fictionalized certain things because
Yeah.
it's a fictionalized version, but like
It's a drama, yeah.
that there's a full episode that focuses more on him than Jeffrey Dahmer. Like it's very focused on him and his life.
Yeah.
And like that was so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I cried really hard in that episode when he
Yeah.
died. And, I really think that, like, if more fictionalized true crime shows do episodes fully like that,
Yeah.
that to me was actually even more impactful. Like, obviously you have to cover, like, Dahmer. You have to.
Yeah.
But, like, that really gave you more insight into the life of a person that had definitely a worse time than Dahmer. You can put it like that. And who tends, like victims tend to be forgotten. So honestly, I think as a whole, the show did a really good job of trying to really focus on victims and the things that happened there, but I can definitely understand why there is like conflict. I will say they did not do, in my opinion, having seen other shows, they didn't focus on gore. In fact, most of the killings were done, they'll be like...
Almost like off scene.
Yeah, close the door and you know what happened.
Yeah.
Which I also thought was, like, most things don't do that in this era. They tend to like...
Because the gore could be like exciting, but also it's like that, like you're saying, the point should maybe be the victims.
The victims, yeah.
I think that, I agree with that, like learning more about them, because everyone knows Dahmer. Like before I even saw the show, I knew who he was. I had an idea of what he had done, right? So like I'm not really watching to learn that, he killed 17 people instead of 10, or like that stuff's not really important.
No, and like I do think one thing that was good is that they at least, and again, like other people may view this differently. Obviously, everyone interprets things differently.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like I thought they did a really good job of not idolizing him with it. Like they didn't even really give any excuses behind his behavior in the show, which I thought was really good.
Yeah.
Like you definitely could see where it's like, oh well, maybe if that hadn't happened, like maybe don't teach your 4-year-old to do taxidermy of like roadkill.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there could be a 4-year-old that does taxidermy of roadkill and is not a serial killer.
Yeah, I mean, my uncle, like for an example, my uncle, when he was in middle school and high school, from upstate New York, was a trapper, and he didn't work a job. His job was like he would set traps, catch the animals, skin them, and then sell the skins and the meat.
Exactly.
And that was his job. And he's like, as far as I know, a normal, not a serial killer. So it's like maybe, but like for young, maybe is how young do you start, right?
I mean, but it does depend because like, so I used to live in Williamsburg, Virginia, and I worked at the Jamestown Living History Museum.
Oh, nice. I've been there.
Have you been there?
Yeah, I visited as a kid.
Yeah, I worked in the Powhatan Indian section.
Okay.
Which I know sounds really weird.
You have so many crazy stories.
I have a lot of crazy stories. But no, like people would donate sections of animals that they'd gone hunting, and then they donate parts to us so that we could do demonstrations for like kids to show them. And so like I've like cut apart a deer leg with a rock before in front of kids, and I'm hoping that me doing that didn't teach the kid to be a serial killer.
Did any of them cry when you were doing that?
No, they actually thought it was super cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry if this is gross to anybody listening, but like you get to the point where, because we would make jewelry out of like the tendons.
Okay.
Right, and then the different bones, because that's how they actually did it. Pocahontas people, and so you have to get the tendon to be able to make the jewelry. So you get to that point where you're like getting to the tendon, and I'm sorry again, this is probably really gross, but like the kids would be like watching you carve it with like the stone tool, and you just go like tick 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 tick, and it would make the bone move. Yeah, and that's when you could explain like what a tendon is and what a tendon does in the body, and they thought that was the coolest. Like
that is interesting.
Yeah, I had parents that would be like, oh no, can't watch this, and they'd like run off, but the kid would be like, whoa, tell me more about the human body and like animal bodies, I guess.
Because when you're a kid, especially, I mean, if I was in that class now, I'd be like interested, because I don't know about that. But it's like when you're a kid, you're so curious about everything, you don't know like anything really. But all right, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry if I took up so much.
No, you were great. It was awesome talking to you. And then your question was for the next person.
What's something that happened recently that brought you a lot of joy?
Yes, that's what we'll ask the next person.
Okay.
And see you around.
Great.
Take care. Nice to meet you.
It was great meeting.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Have a great day. You too.
Bye, everybody.
I've been in instances where in classroom participation, I'll raise my hand and say, 2 + 1's 3. And everybody in class will, 3, ha, ha.